If this video is helpful to you, please consider subscribing to the channel, like the video and comment your feedback.
So first of all, I'm going to create a new React.js project using npx create React app. So here npx create a React app. I'm going to give the name of the project as auth. Then it will take a little bit of time for completing. We have to wait for that. Okay, so the new React.js project have been created. Next, I'm going to remove the unwanted files or boilerplate codes like logo, app.test, etc. Okay, then I'm going to remove the few parts in few section in this section of index.js and I'm going to change the app.js. Okay, so next I'm going to run the project. So here is the project. Next I'm going to the Auth0 website. So for that I'm going to type Auth0. Here you can see that this we have to go to the first link. So I'm clicking on the first link. We will be redirected to this page. So here you can see that in the navbar there is an option for sign up. So I'm going to click on the sign up button. And here you can see the option for registering into this Auth0 or taking the creating a new account. So here is an options by using our email or other social media connections like GitHub, Google account, Microsoft. So here I am going to choose the continue with the Google. So I am going to click on the button. Then we will be redirected to this page. Here you can see that from the beginning itself there is an option that is create application. So I'm going to click on the create application button. The next thing we have to give the name of our project. So I'm giving the name of the project as auth app. So next there is an options that is uh, we have to choose the application type. The here there is native single page applications, regular web applications, then machine to machine applications. I'm going to select the single page web applications. Then I'm going to click on the create button. So our Auth app project has been created. So next we have to select the technology that we are going to use. So I'm going to select the React icon. Then we can see that there is two options. That means if we need to explore a sample app or if we need to integrate our own app. So here I am going to integrate my own app. We have already created an app. So this is the options. We have to do some of these steps here. First of all, we have to configure. Then we have to install the SDK. Then we have to create login command, etc. So first of all, I'm going to configure. That means in the callback URLs and logout URLs, we have to uh, give our URL. So I'm going to select the application settings. Here you can see that there is some details of our created application. So this is the application that we have created. We can select the applications from the listed applications from the list of applications. So this is the details of our application. That means name, domain, client ID, So when we move, this is a logo. So when we move downward, you can see that we can see an option for allowed callbacks and allowed logout URLs. So we have to give the URL there. So I'm going to give this localhost in the callbacks and logout URLs. Okay, next in the bottom you can see the save changes button. So I'm going to click on the save changes button. So successfully saved our changes. Okay. So next, what I am going to do is I'm going to the uh, section or the steps that we need to do after configuring the or giving the URL. Next thing we have to do is to install the Auth0 React SDK into our project. So for that I am going to so for that I am going to copy the command and to run that command in the new terminal cd auth. Okay, so now the Auth0 React SDK will be installed into our project. Okay, now it is installed. You can see it in the package.json. So, okay, next I am going to do is when we move downwards, you can see that this is the next step that we have to do here. They have imported the Auth0 provider in the index.js and they have used that component and wrapped this app component inside of it. So I'm going to importing this Auth0 provider. I'm just copying and pasting it in the index.js. That's like this way. So I have imported the Auth0 provider component. Next I'm going to do is to use that Auth0 provider and wrap the app component inside of it. Okay. Next we have to do is to add three props into the Auth0 provider component. That is, first is domain, second is client ID, then third is authorization parameters. So I'm going to copy it and paste it as a props inside the Auth0 provider as like this way. Here you can see that domain client ID. We have to give our own domain and client ID. So we will get that from our details of our project. So here you can see that below the name of the project there is domain and client ID. So I'm going to copy the domain and paste it directly here. Then client ID also. Okay. So we have done the index part. That means we have imported the Auth0 provider from the Auth0 React. Then we have used that component and wrapped the app component. Then we have given the three props. Okay. So when we go to the steps and moves further down, you can see that the next step that we have to do is to create a component for login. So I'm going to create a component in the components folder. Here I'm going to create a file named home.js as like this way. Here I'm going to create a new button. Okay, and I'm going to give that as sign up and sign up. Okay, so next you can see that they have created a button and they have imported the use auth0 from auth0 React. So next I'm going to import that use auth0 from auth0 React as like this way. So we have imported the use auth0 from auth0 React. Next I'm going to do is to use there is a login with redirect function in the use auth0. So I'm going to use that function here. Okay. So next we have to give that function or call that function inside the on click of the button. So inside this on click of the button, I am going to call that function login with redirect. That's like this way. So we have done the sign up part. So next you can see the sign up sign. Sorry, I need to call that home component in the app.js. Okay, then we can see the button there. Yeah, here is the button. So next I'm going downward. You can see this is the structure of our pop-up that will come when we click the sign up button. So next, when we move downward, you can see that this is a section for logout. So here also they have created a button for logout. So I'm going to use or create a button which is for logout. And here also they have used another function that means logout from use to auth0. Use auth0. So I'm going to use that function. Here you can see in the list. Okay. So next we need to do is to use that function that is logout in the button. So I'm going to give that in the on click of the logout button. So here you can see that. The next we have done the logout part also. So here you can see the uh, sign up button and the logout button. Next, I am going to use another thing that is authenticated from the use of zero. That means this will enable us to, or this will help us to know even whether if the user is logged in or not. That means I'm going to console.log is authenticated. You can see that console, sorry. Okay, so you can see that in the console. That is false. That means now, as of now, the is authenticated is false because now the user is not logged in. So next, I'm going to switch this sign in button, a logout button, based on the is authenticated option. So here, if the user is authenticated, then we need a logout button. Okay, so this is the logout button. Otherwise, we need login button. Okay, so if the user is authenticated, we need a logout button, otherwise the sign up button. Okay, so that we have done here. You can see there will be only sign up button. Okay, next I'm going to give uh, a text that is if the user is logged in, then we can say that welcome to auth app. Otherwise, we can say that you are not logged in. Okay, it's like this way. So here, this also we have to give based on the is authenticated. So if the person is user is authenticated, then it will show that welcome to the auth. Otherwise, it will show that you are not logged. Now you can see that it is showing you are not logged in, and then there is a sign up button, and also in the console it is showing false for use. Sorry, is authenticated. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to the uh, details of our auth app, and here you can see that there are some options that is quick start settings and also connections organizations. Here I am going to select the connections. So here you can see that there is already username password authentication and the Google Auth also. They are also already enabled. We can disable each one as like this way. So we are using both of them. And next we are going to add another social connection. So for that I'm going to this getting started in the sidebar and clicking on it on that. So here when we move downward a little bit, you can see that there is an options that is add a social login provider. So I'm going to click on the add social connections in the side portion. Okay, so here you can see that we will be redirected to this social connections. So here you can see that the connection that we have already enabled. Then next here is an option that is create connection. I'm going to click on the create connection button. So here you can see that a bunch of social network connections that we can integrate it or add it to our project. There is a custom connections also can be added. So here I'm going to select GitHub to add to our project. So I have clicked on that GitHub option. Then next you can see that there is a button that is continue. I'm clicking on the continue. Okay. So I am closing this tab. Next, click on the create button. Okay, now you can see that there is our already available projects. Here you can see that there is a toggle button. So we need to enable that toggle button. At that time, the GitHub will be enabled to that specific project. Okay, so I am enabling it. So now when I move to the applications, you can see that I'm clicking our Auth app. So now you can see that in the connection sections, there is now a GitHub along with the username, password authentication, and Google authentication. So make sure that this toggle button is on. Okay. So next I'm going to the uh, project and I'm going to click on the sign up button. So you can see that a pop-up will be arrive. Yes. So this is our model. That means so here you can see that there is an option for login by using email address and also by using our added uh, social media concerns like GitHub and also Google. So first of all, I am going to we have already not already signed up, so I am going to click on the sign up here. So here you can see that we can give our email address as like this way. So I am giving a password. Okay. So next, I'm going to click on continue. So here they will be asked to give access to profile and email. So I am going to click on the accept button. Okay, so now you can see that we have logged in. Here it is welcome to WhatsApp. Then it is logout button. Then our is authenticated is changed to true. So next I'm going to click on the logout button. So now this is authenticated is false in the console. Then now we are showing it is you are not logged in and the sign up button. So this is about the authentication by using email and Google Auth another social connection and how to add social connections. These are shown in this video. So I think it is very clear. And if this video is helpful to you, please consider subscribing to the channel, like the video, and comment your feedback. Thank you.